My dear students, today we are going to discuss the management information subject. First, you need to an overview of management information system. In this subject, the first topic is basic concepts of MIS. So, management has been defined in process or activities that describes what managers do in the operation for their organization plan, organize, initiate, and control operations. They plan by setting strategies and goals and selecting the best course of action to achieve the goals. They organize the necessary tasks for the operational plan, set these tasks up to into homogeneous groups and assign authority delegation. They control performance standards and avoiding deviation from standards. Next one is information. Data must be distinguished from information, and the distinction is clear and important for present purpose. Data are facts and figures that are not currently being used in a decision making process and usually are taken from the historical records that are recorded and filed without immediate intent to retrieve for decision making. System. The system can be described as a set of elements joined together for a common objective. A subsystem is a part of a large system with which one is concerned. All systems for our purpose, the organization is the system and the parts, divisions, departments, functions, units are the subsystems. Information system. Information system is a system that gather and data disseminates information with the sole purpose of providing information to its users. The main objective of an information system is to provide information to its users. Information systems vary according to the type of users who use the system. A management information system is an information system that evaluates, analyzes, and processes and organizes data to produce meaningful and useful information based on which the management can take the right decisions to ensure future growth of the organizations. Next, management information system. Management information system is a set of interrelated procedures using information system infrastructures in a business enterprise to generate and disseminate the desired information. Such systems are designed to support decision making by the people associated with the enterprise in the process of attainment of its objectives. Information can be recorded as signs or transmitted as signals. Information is any kind of event that affects the state of a dynamic system that can interpret the information. Conceptually, information is the message, utter, utterance, or expression being conveyed. Therefore, in a general sense, information is knowledge communicated or recorded concerning a particular fact or circumstances. Information cannot be predicted and results unnecessary. Data can be described as unprocessed facts and figures. Plain collected data as raw facts cannot help in decision making. However, data is the raw material that is organized, structured, and interpreted to create useful information systems. Data is defined as a group of non-random symbols in the form of text, images, voice, representing quantities, actions, and objectives. Information is interpreted data created from organized, structured, and processed data in a particular context. Information Data organized and presented by someone. Knowledge, information read, heard, or seen and understood. Wisdom, distilled and integrated knowledge and understanding. Business intelligence, information management pertaining to an organization policy or design, decision making, particularly when the tied to strategic or operational objectives. Systems. A system is an integrated set of command components or entities that interact to achieve a particular function or goal. The system has characters such as boundaries, outputs, inputs, methods of converting inputs into output, and systems interesting interfaces. Systems are composed of interrelated and interdependent subsystems. Example, a college classroom, which includes classroom situation including instructor, students, textbooks, and facilities. Every system that has a boundary that defines its scope of a activities. For example, the activities in a classroom include lectures, discussions, examination, grading, etc. Subsystem. The main system consists of several subsystems. Each of these has a elements, interactions, and objectives. Subsystems performance specialized tasks related to overall objectives of the total system. For example, a defined degree of course in a college will have several courses as subsystems. In a business system, various functions such as marketing, financing, and product manufacturing are subsystems. Inputs and outputs. The inner working of a system or subsystem is organized to produce outputs from inputs. In this conversation processes, some value or utility should be added, or for example, training programs to produce trained employees with adequate knowledge and skills. According to Guru99.com, MS is the use of information technology, people, and business processes to record, store, and process data to produce information that decision makers can use to make day-to-day decisions. According to Webpedia, Management Information System or MIS broadly refers to a computer-based system that provides managers with the tools to organize, evaluate, and efficiency management departments within an organization. According to Shopee.com, a management information system is a computer system consisting of hardware, software that serves as the backbone of an organization operations. An information system gathers data from multiple online systems, analyzes the information, and reports data to aid management decision making process. According to Accounting Dictionary, a management information system is a set of combined procedures that gather and produce reliable, relevant, and properly organized data that supports the decision making process of an organization. To sum up, it is a group of processes through which data is obtained, sorted, and displayed in a useful way for decision making purpose. According to inc.com, a management information system is a computed database of financial information organized and programmed in such a way that it produces regular reports on operations for every level of management in a company. Management information system versus data processing. First one, management information system. It uses an integrated database. Data processing system. it does not use an integrated database. Second, it provides greater flexibility to the management. At the opposite side, it provides no such flexibility. Third one, MIS integrates the information flow between functional areas. Data processing system tends to support a single functional area. Next, MIS focuses on information needs of all levels of management, whereas data processing system focuses on departmental levels of support. MIS versus decision support system. Management information system provides information on firms' performance to help managers monitor and control the business. Whereas decision support system semi-structured and unstructured problem analysis. Next, management information system produce awareness to routine questions and fixed regularly scheduled reports. Whereas decision support system helps making decisions that are unique, rapidly changing and not specified in advance. Next, third one, MIS system. Sometimes management information system reports are only exceptions reports, highlighting only exceptional conditions. Whereas decision support system brings information from external sources also. Next, management information system oriented to internal events, whereas the decision support system emphasizes changes, flexibility, and rapid response and works on interactive, user-friendly mode. Next, MIS makes use of simple methods such as summaries and comparisons, whereas decision support system make use of mathematical models, statistical techniques. Next, MIS provides input to provide operational, tactical, and strategic levels, whereas decision support system caters more to strategic decision making. Last, MIS depends on transactional process system for their data, whereas the decision support system uses internal information from both MIS and the transactional processing. Decision support systems are interactive software-based systems intended to help managers in decision making by accessing large volumes of information generated from various related information systems involved in organizational business process such as office automation system, transaction processing system, etc. Decision support systems uses the summary information, exceptions, patterns, and a trend using the analytical models. A decision support system helps in decision making but does not necessarily give a decision itself. The decision makers compile useful information from raw data, documents, personal knowledge, and or business models to identify and solve problems and make decisions. Characteristics of a decision support system. Supports for decision making makers in semi-structured and unstructured problems. Supports for managers at various managerial levels ranging from top executive to line managers. Supports for individuals and groups. Less structured problems often request the involvement of several individuals from different departments and organization levels. Supports for interdependent or sequential decisions. Supports for intelligence, design, choice, and implementation. Supports for variety of decision making processes and styles. DSS are object adaptive over time. Benefits of decision support system improves efficiency and speed of decision making activities, increases the control, competitiveness, and capability of heuristic decision making of the organization, facilitate interpersonal communication, encourages learning or training. Since it is mostly used in non-program decisions, It reveals new approaches and sets up new evidence for unusual decision. Also helps automate managerial processes. Components of the decision support system. Database management system to solve a problem. The necessary data may come from internal or external database. In an organization, internal data are generated by a system such as a transaction processing system and management information system. External data come from a variety of sources such as newspapers, online data services, databases, financial, marketing, human resources. Model management system. It stores and accesses models that managers use to make decisions. Such models are used for decision making, designing manufacturing facility, analyzing the financial health of organization, forecasting demand of a product or service, etc. Support tools. Support tools like online helps, push down menus, user interfaces, graphical analysis, error correction mechanism, facilitates the user interactions with the systems. Types of decision support system. Status inquiry system. It helps in taking the operational management level or middle level management decisions. For example, daily schedules of jobs to mechanism or machines to operators. Data analysis system. It needs comparative analysis and makes use of formula or an algorithm. For example, cash flow analysis, inventory analysis, etc. Information analysis system. It keeps tracks of accounting and finance related information. Sorry, information analysis system. In this system, data is analyzed and the information reports is generated. For example, sales analysis, accounting receivables systems, marketing analysis, etc. Accounting systems, it keeps track of a accounting and financial related information. For example, financial accounts, accountable receivables, accounts payables, etc. That keeps tracks of major aspects of the business. Model based systems. Simulation models or optimization models used for decision making are used in frequently and create general guidelines for operational management. Classification of decision support system. The text-oriented decision support system. It contains textually represented information that could have a bearing on decision. It allows documents to be electronically created, revised, and viewed as needed. Database-oriented decision support system. Database plays a major role here. It contains organized and highly structured data. Spreadsheet-oriented decision support system. It contains information in spreadsheets that allows create, view, modify procedural knowledge and also instruct the system to execute self-contained instructions. The most popular tools in Excel and Lotus 123. Solver-oriented decision support system. It is based on a solver, which is algorithm or procedure written for performing certain calculations and particular program type. Rule-oriented decision support system. It follows certain procedures and adopts as rules. Rules-oriented system decision support systems. Procedures are adopted in rules-oriented decision support. Exports is the example. Compound decision support system. It is built by using two or more of the five structures explained above. Information resource management. Information resource management (IRM) is the process of managing information resources to accomplish agency mission and to improve agency performance, including the reduction of information collection burdens on the public. When standardized and controlled, These resources can be shared and reused throughout an agency, not just by a single user or application. There are three classes of information resources: business resources, like enterprises, business functions, positions or jobs, human or machine resources, skills, business aptitudes, projects, and information requirements. Next, system resources. System resources, subsystems, systems, business processes, administrative procedures, manual procedures, and office automation related, computer procedures, programs, operational steps, modules, and subroutines. Data resources, data elements, storage records, files, computer and manual, use, objects, inputs, outputs, panels, maps, call parameters, and databases. Benefits of information resource system: identifies the gaps and duplication of information, clarifies roles and responsibilities of new owners and users of information, provides cost saving in the procurement and handling of information, identifies cost benefits of different information resources, actively supports management decisions processes with quality information. End user computing. End user computing refers to a system in which non-programs can create working applications. End user computing is a group of approaches to computing that aims to better integrate end users into the computing environment. These approaches attempts to realize the potential for high-end computing to perform problem solving in trustworthy manner. End user computing can range in complexity from users simply clicking a series of buttons to writing scripts in a controlled scripting to being able to modify and execute code directly. Examples of end user computer systems are built using fourth generation programming languages such as Mapper or SQL, or one of the fifth generation program language such as ICAT. End-user computing refers to computer systems and platforms that are meant to allow non-programmers to create working computer applications. It is a compilation of approaches to make better involvement and integrate end users and other programmers into the world computing system development. End user computing is broad and may encompass different meaning that are more or less related to, but has the overarching context of allowing end users to better controlling their computing environment without the aid of real programs or developers, such as an accounting using Microsoft Excel to automate his or tasks. End user computing refers to systems in which non-programmers can create working applications. End user computing is a group of application to computing that aims better integrating the end users into the computing environment. Advantages and disadvantages of end user computing. First of all, advantages: allows for end users to create, control, and implement simple systems, more likely to meet user needs, save times, frees up system resources, easy to use and understand. Disadvantages of end user computing: lack of testing of application and possible calculations errors, inefficient systems, poorly controlled, poorly documented systems in incompatibilities, duplication of data, increasing cost in later years with upgrades. End user computing strategy, assessment, roadmap, use cases, technology, architecture, governance. End user experience, application virtualization, end user VDI technology, data center infrastructure, monitoring management, desktop application transformation service portfolio. Management information structure based on physical components, software, hardware, medium and messages, inputs, output, operating personnel, procedures, database. Management structure based on processing models to process transactions, to maintain master files, to produce reports, to process inquiries, to process interactive support applications. Based on functions, information system processing functions, decision support functions, level of management activities, organizational functions. MI structure based on output for users. Transaction documents or screens, pre-planned reports, pre-planned inquiry responses, ad hoc reports, inquiry responses, user maker machine dialog results. MI structure based on decision support making supports, structured programmable decisions, unstructured non-programmable decisions, semi-structured decisions. Managerial view of information system. A management information system focuses on the manager or information technology to provide efficiency and effectiveness or strategy decision making. The concept may include systems, termed system, decisions, expert system, or executive information system. The term is often used in the academic study of business and has connections with other areas such as information system, information technology, informatics, e-commerce, and computer services. As a result, the term is used interchangeably with some of these areas. There are different areas of concentration with different duties and responsibilities in information system managers, starting from the chief information officer CEO, chief technology officer CTOs, IT directors and IT security managers, chief information officer CIOs are responsible for the overall technology strategy of their organization. Basically, they are more of the decision makers and actions takers when it comes down to determining the technology or information goals of an organization and making sure the necessary planning or implementing those goals in being met. Chief technology officers are responsible for evaluating how new technologies can help their organization. They usually recommend technological solutions to support the policies issued by the CEOs. Management overview of information system. IT directories, including MS directories, are in charge of both their organizations, information technology departments, and the supervision of thereof. They are also in charge of implementing the policies chosen by the other top branches, CIOs, CTOs, IT. It is their role of to ensure the availability of data and network services by conducting coordinating IT activities. IT security managers oversees the network and security data as their title implies. They develop programs to offer information and awareness to their employees about their security threats. This team is very important because they must keep up to date on IT security measures in order to be successful within their organizations. Any security violations need to be investigated and supervised by this specific team. Managerial view of information system. Enterprise system, also known as enterprise resource planning. system provides integrated software module and a unified database that personal use to plan, manage, and control core business process across multiple locations. Modules of enterprise resource planning system may include finance, accounting, marketing, human resource management, production, inventory management, and distribution. Supply chain management system enables more efficient management of the supply chain by integrating the links in a supply chain. This may include suppliers, manufacturers, wholesalers, retailers, and final customers. Customer relationship management system helps business manage relationship with potential and current customers and business patterns across the marketing, sales, and services. Knowledge management system. It helps organizations facilitate the collection of recording, organization, retrieval, and dissemination of knowledge. This may include documents, accounting records, unrecorded procedures, practices, and skills. Knowledge management as a system covers the process of knowledge creation and acquisition of internal processes and the external world. The collected knowledge is incorporated in organizational policies and procedures and the disseminated to the stakeholders. Functions of management can be classified into five categories: planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. Planning. It is a It is the basic function of management. It deals with charting out a future course of actions, deciding in advance the most appropriate course of action for achievement of predetermined goals. According to Kunjo, planning is deciding in advance what to do, when to do, how to do. It bridges the gap from where we are and where we want to be. A plan is a future course of actions. It is an executive in problem solving and decision making. Planning is a determination of courses of actions to achieve desired goals. Thus, planning is a systematic thinking about ways, means for accomplishment of predetermined goals. Planning is necessary to ensure proper utilization of human and non-human resources. It is all pervasive. It is an intellectual activity and it is also helps in avoiding confusion, uncertainties, risk, wastages, etc. Organizing. It is the process of bringing together physical, financial, and human resources and developing productive relationships among them for achievement of organizational goals. According to Henry File, to organize a business is to provide it with everything useful or its functioning, that is raw materials, tools, capital, and personnel. To organize a business involves determining, providing human and non-human resources to the organization structure. Staffing, it is the function of managing the organization structure and stake and keeping it manned. Staffing has assumed greater importance in the recent years due to advancement of technology, increasing in size of business, complexity of human behavior, etc. The main purpose of staffing is to put a right man to on right job, that is square pages in square holes and round pages in round holes. According to Kunjo O'Donnell, managerial function of staffing involves managing the organization structure through proper and effective selection, appraisal, and development of personnel to fill the roles designed on the structure staffing involves. Directing, it is that part of a managerial function which activates the organizational methods, to work efficiently for achievement of organizational purposes. It is considered a life spark of the enterprise which sets in motion the action of people because planning, organizing, and stopping are the mere preparations for doing the network. Directions is the interpersonal aspects of management which deals directly with influencing, guiding, supervising, motivating, or subordinate for the achievement of organizational goals. Controlling it implies measurement of accomplishment of against the standards and corrections of deviations, if any, to ensure achievements of organizational goals. The purpose of efficient system of control hence to predict deviations before they actually occurs. According to Theo Hyman, controlling is the process of checking whether or not proper progress is being made towards the objectives and goals and acting it is, if necessary, to correct any deviations. According to Kunjo O'Donnell, controlling is the measurement and correction of performance activates or of subordinates in order to make sure that the enterprise objectives and plans decide to obtain them as being accomplished. Management roles can be classified into interpersonal roles and informational roles and decision roles. Interpersonal roles provides information, figurehead, leader, relation. Informational roles process information that are monitor, disseminator, spokespersons. Additional role use information, entrepreneur, disturbance handler, resource allocator, negotiator. Essentially, the role of managers is to guide the organization towards the goal accomplishment. All organizations exist for certain purposes or goals, and managers are responsible for combining and using organizational resources to ensure that their organizational achievement achieve their purposes. The role of the management is to move an organization towards its purpose and goals by assigning activities those organizations members perform. If management ensures that all the activities are designed effectively, the production of each individual work will contribute to the attainment of the organizational goals. Management strives to ensure individual activity that will lead to reaching organizational goals and to discourage individual activities that will hinder the accomplishment of the organizational objectives. There is no idea more important than managing the fulfillment of the organizational goals and objectives. The meaning of the management is given by its goals and objectives. All members must have a single middle minded focus on the fulfillment of the organizational goals. Levels of management to top managers set objectives, scan environments, plans, and makes decisions. Middle managers reports to top management, oversees first line managers, develop and implement activities, allocate resources. First line managers reports to middle management, supervisors, employees, supervise employees, coordinate activities, are involved in day-to-day operations. Strategic management or senior management to policy decision making, long-term policies, complex and non-routine. Tactical management or middle management, how to achieve policy, medium teams, less complex. Operational management day-to-day decision, simple and routine. Operational junior management. Top level management. It consists of boundaries of directories, chief executives or managing directories. The top management is the ultimate source of authority and it is manages goals and policies for an enterprise. It develops more time or planning and coordinating functions. The role of the top management can be summarized as follows. Top management lays down the objectives and broad policies of their enterprise. It issues necessary instructions for preparation of departments, budgets, procedures, schedules, etc. It prepares strategic plans, policies for the enterprise. It appoints the executives for middle level, that is departmental managers. It controls, coordinates the activities of all departments. It allows responsibilities for maintaining a contact with the outside world. It provides guidance and directions. The top management is also responsible towards the shareholders for the performance of the enterprise. Middle level of management. The branch managers and departmental managers constitute a middle level. They are responsible to the top management for the functioning of their department. They devote more time to organizational and directional functions. It stimulates organization. There is only one layer of middle level management, but in big enterprise there may be senior and junior middle level management. Their roles can be emphasized. They can execute the plans of the organization in accordance with the policies and directivities of the top management. They make plan for the sub units of the organization. They participate in employee management training of lower level management. They interpret and explain policies from the top level element to lower level. They are responsible for coordinating the activities within the division or department. It also sends important reports and other important data to the top development. They evaluate the performance of junior managers. They are also responsible for inspiring lower level of management towards better performance. Lower level of management. Lower level is also known as a supervisory or operative level of management. It consists of supervisors, foremen, section officers, superintendents, etc. According to R.C. Davis, supervisory management refers to those executives whose work has to be largely with personal oversights and directions of operative employees. In other words, they are concerned with the directions and controlling function of management. Their activities include assigning of job and tasks to various workers. They guide and instruct workers for day-to-day activities. They are responsible for the quality as well as quantity of production. They are also entrusted with responsibility of maintaining good relations in the organizations. They communicate workers' problems, suggestions, and recommend appeal to etc. to the higher level and higher levels goals and objectives to the workers. They help to solve grievances of the workers. They supervise guide subordinates. They are responsible for providing training to the workers. They arrange necessary maintenance, machines, tools, etc. for getting the things done. They prepare periodical reports about the performance of the workers. They ensure discipline in the enterprise. They motivate workers. They are the image builders of the enterprise because they are in direct contact with the workers.